It was a defining image of the war so far. That moment last Wednesday which captured such cruelty. But if there had been some hope then, a sign that she and her baby would be okay, well, it wasn't to be.
While we were resuscitating her and treating her for shock, we carried out a caesarean section and took out her lifeless child. More than 30 minutes of resuscitation didn't produce any results. Then more than 30 minutes of resuscitation of the mother didn't produce any results. Both died.
In the same city over the past 24 hours, more terror. More civilians targeted, an apartment block hit. Then the sound of another plane. The only place for cover is the place they'd just escaped. Mariupol is a city surrounded, cut off, bombarded. The cruelty, the tragedy is unquestionable, but the crime must be proven. Bill Wiley is Executive Director of the Commission for International Justice and Accountability. His teams gather the evidence to present to court. And what we all see here is not enough.
It's definitely not enough. What we look for in cases such as these, where you're looking at shelling, rocketing, aerial attacks, and so forth, is we tend not to focus on a specific incident. We're looking at patterns. The key is, somewhat paradoxically, it's not, say, footage from the crime scenes. We're actually looking for material generated by the attacking force.
There is a pattern now, and it stretches across the country. In Kharkiv, Ukraine's second city, Freedom Square, a regional administration building and surrounding residential areas hit at the start of the month. In the same city, possible use of cluster munitions. Not a direct war crime, but surely indiscriminate bombing. And in the last 24 hours here, at least 2 people killed in their homes. Irpin, northwest of Kiev, will be a key focus for investigators. Here's just one incident. Last week, a huge explosion as civilians tried to flee. Tatiana Perebinas and her 2 children, Elise and Nikita, were killed instantly. And back in Mariupol, we believe this was in the last 24 hours, a school.
This is school number 36. Elementary school was here. There were no military at this school.
Russia, of course, denies targeting civilians, and instead it points the finger back at the Ukrainians. Mariupol's main hospital has not been hit, and inside, in the intensive care unit, in the fight to treat the survivors of all this, the cry this time is of life. Her name is Alana. Mark Stone, Sky News.